everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another game previews for the week. It's week 2, week 1 in the books. You saw the matchups, let's just get right into it. First matchup we got is Milan in the 6-9 taking on Luck Commander and Mark. Basically for Luck Commander you gotta look at Spencer Ware. Wow, could he be the savior here for this team early on? And then you also got to think that matchup there, Derek Carr versus Atlanta in the hole. You got to think that's going to be good for Luck Commander. Looking forward to seeing if a new owner can take down an original owner in this one. Next up, we got Monsters of the Midway taking on Luke and Too Good for a Name. Horrible news for Gwevin. Keenan Allen goes down. But looking at his lineup, is there still enough depth there for him to still be a solid team? You know, obviously a statement was made by him getting over 300 points. For Luke, you know, he's got to look at Joe Flacco taking on Cleveland. I mean, I'm a Browns fan. They're horrible. They'll be lucky to win a game this year. And, you know, but I stand by my team. But no doubt about it, Flacco could throw for 5 touchdowns in that one. Next up, we got Danny and Alright for Sean and Ha Dicks. You know, for this one here, I think I'm looking at Danny right now, 124 points last week. He doesn't look like a committed owner. I don't see much improvement there. And for Sean and Ha Dicks, he needs a victory here. Lost a really tough one there, East Division battle last week with Robert. So Ha Dicks needs this one really bad as well. Next up, we got Stars and the Commish taking on George and Pack Attack. You know, looking at it, you know, George has had the Commission's number. Like in 2015 last year, he beat him 28.9 to 173.92. And then in the game that mattered, the quarterfinals in 2014, George beat the Commish 189.17 to 185.88, basically a 4-point difference. This is when Manziel was getting his first start for the Browns. Me being a Browns fan, I dressed him. He got minus 5.8 points and was the difference in me losing that one. So this is an important one for me. I need to take out George, and we'll see what happens in this one. Next one, we got Susan Fighting Geese taking on Ron and Steel Curtain. You know, both these teams got off to a loss here, but the storyline in this one, Steel Curtain traded Dak Prescott to Susan Fighting Geese, so we'll see how Dak can perform in Washington, whereas Steel Curtain has his hero there, Big Ben, at home versus Cincinnati. So that should be an interesting one there as well. Looking at the next one, we got Krista and Storm taking on Robert and Templars. This one here, 2 original owners. If you look at it, Krista and Storm has owned Robert and Templars in this league. In 2014, beat him by like 56 points. Beat him in the quarterfinals. Actually, this was last year. Beat him in the quarterfinals by 104 points. It was a joke. So obviously, also in 2014, beat him by 30 points. So I mean, for Robert and Templars, he needs to find a way to show Krista and Storm that it's going to be different this time around. In the next game, we have Joshua and Cry Phoenix taking on Ryan and Goose Bombers in a West Division battle. You know, for this one, it was interesting to see Joshua and Cry Phoenix put the points up that he did. You know, looked like a team that obviously did his research and is obviously committed to the league. Ryan and Goose Bombers, I mean, I know he's been trying to improve, but he definitely looked like a team that missed the draft, and I think that's why you see him struggling. The next one, we got Chris and True North versus Brandon and Chronic Master Deflator. What a statement Chris made in week 1. LOC-wide 325.22 points. Really put on a show. Still has Aaron Rodgers. We'll see how he does opening up the new stadium in Minnesota in prime time this week. And then for Chronic Deflator, you gotta think Superman's gonna put up big numbers against San Francisco, but maybe not. They got the shutout on the Rams, but of course it was the Rams. And then this week's stinker of the week, we feature Steven in US1. Surprise, surprise again. Taking on Mike in the CDC. 2 original owners. You know, looking at this, they do have history together. The CDC and US1 have played each other 4 times, twice in the consolation playoffs each year, and each game Mike and the CDC came up on top. So he's 4-0 versus Steven in US1. US1, I think this is the year where you will fall, and you know, it's great you've been an original owner, but I just don't see it happening for you this year. And now in this week's game of the week, we got a good one. It's Brian in the 12th man versus Lucas and Green Lightning. 2 teams, 2 original owners, 2 teams that got off to a strong start week 1. Looking at it, they do have history with each other. In 2015, the 12th man beat Green Lightning by about 50 points. That was last year. And in 2014, it was a close one again. 23 points was the difference. The 12th man took out Lucas. He's 2-0 versus Lucas. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this matchup plays out. I'm really looking forward to seeing who Lucas chooses at quarterback. And then, of course, with the 12th man, Rivers losing Keenan Allen as a primary weapon there, we'll see how that will affect his quarterback number. So it's going to be an exciting one to watch. I am absolutely loving the season so far, and I hope you are too. And good luck in week 2.